Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Life of Logan TV and coming through the door. If you good people have not done so already, I would greatly appreciate it if you would please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And the final step on that is make sure you hit that notification bell at the end so you're always notified whenever I drop a video. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are doing good today. I'm out trying to save the world a little bit at a time as I do, and it was raining. It was one of those sun showers. It was one of those sun showers. Growing up, and I don't know if the younger generation says this, but growing up, when it was sunny out and it was raining, we would say that the devil is beating his wife. Like, that's the way that we would kind of like categorize it. It's like, that's what's happening right now. But I digress. In riding through that, it just made me think about, like, storms are gonna come in your life. Storms will always be here. Like, you can't go too long without some kind of precip happening. And we look at storms as a bad thing when they're actually watering the seeds that we planted. They're watering the next phase of our lives. They're instigating growth. They're instigating growth. So, and it's just like I talked about, like when you're going through like these bad times in life and you just don't know what the hell's going on or how you gonna make it out, that's the storm. But the storm is watering those seeds that you put down. Those seeds that you planted knowingly and unknowingly, either through your words, your thoughts, your actions, all of that. What you gave attention to, what you sowed into, all of that is being watered. And then after the storm, and this is, you can't, it might rain for 40 days and 40 nights. But afterwards is when harvest time comes. And when you start to harvest, that's when you bringing in all the crops that you grew. A little bit for y'all people, who are not really into like farming and planting or whatever. A little bit quick lesson for y'all. But that's what happens. You start to bring in, because it's time to harvest those crops. And a lot of us, myself included, need to learn how to smile during the storm, how to dance in the rain. And it's like the hardest thing in the world, but just know that, like, man, it's raining, it's gloomy, it's a storm going on. I don't know when it's going to stop, but eventually it will stop. And look, the sun's shining all over again. Eventually the rain stops, eventually the storm stops, and then once it is over, you see everything that it yielded you in that harvest and everything that was grown, and now you can go on ahead and stock up. You can enjoy the sunlight now because the sun is here and you have a fresh new harvest. You stock up on those blessings and use some of them to fortify yourself for the next storm. So maybe next storm won't be so rough because another storm is coming. You're not going to be able to just live life without the storms or whatever, because then that brings its own thing. If you don't have storms, then how are you going to grow? How do you hope to grow if you don't have storms? How do you hope to do any of that? Just a little food for thought, and I want y'all to just be encouraged and understand that, yes, this is a storm. Yes, this might be a rough phase in my life. This might be a really nasty patch I'm going through. But should I make it out of this storm, I will look at that field and look at all those crops, look at all those seeds that I planted with just faith. with just the faith of a mustard seed, I planted these to just say, you know what, one day they will grow. One day I will get everything that I feel like I deserve, that I feel like I have called into my life. I will get those things. Now the thing about it is, here's the key. You have to be aware of what you're planting. You must be aware of what you're planting, because again, sometimes the things that we give attention to, we give the most attention to, are not the healthiest things for our future. They're not the healthiest things for what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish. But we're giving attention to those things, not knowing that those things are also planting seeds in our field. They're planting seeds in our field. Like, I hope y'all really keeping up with this or whatever, man, because what I'm talking, hey, it's deep. Hey, man, it's deeper than just words. It's deeper than anything that you can imagine, because like, we're talking about creation here. We're talking about creation here, and people need to understand, we all need to understand accountability for self. Because if I am in this season and I know I'm going through a storm and I'm focusing on all the things that are causing the storms, all I'm doing is planting seeds in my field that will just yield me another storm. They're not going to yield me any tools and skills on how to make it through the storm. I'm just going to keep on going through storm after storm. That's just like with toxic. You just keep on going toxic cycle after toxic cycle. At some point, it's not about the people around you. It is about you. You continue to plant those seeds in your life. So we need to be aware of how much control we have over this thing called life and actually utilize it, because we can change this up anytime that we want to. But ladies and gentlemen, that has been another video courtesy of Life of Logan TV. Y'all know I was talking that talk on her, don't y'all? All right. So before we get out of here, again, favors that I keep on asking y'all to do. Please make sure that you like the video. Please make sure that you comment in any part that resonated with you, or if you just want to say, hey, great video. I appreciate all of that, just like I appreciate all of you. Please make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you will always be alerted every time I drop one of these videos. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Life of Logan TV. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.